All right, all right, all right, all right. We're about to get started. I'm so excited. T minus 60 seconds. Hey, Kerr.
Hey,
Are you
hey,
there,
what's up?
babes? What's going on?
I am here.
Are you snowed in?
No, not today.
You said not today, huh?
Not today.
How are you doing, babe?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm fine. You know what? I feel a little bittersweet about today being our season finale for Many Loves. We decided to do this at the new year and we have done 5 episodes. I'm so excited. Hey, Rebirth of Wisdom joining us in the chat. I will be watching the chat to make sure we get to everybody's wonderful ideas, thoughts, questions, intuitions. You not snowed in?
Not today.
You
They
looking
had
hot.
we had a little bit of snow over the weekend, little ice, but in Charlotte we didn't really get hit too bad. So back in the saddle again.
I
So
love it.
all is well.
Well, tonight we're resting our voices a little bit because tomorrow night, y'all don't understand. We have this debate going on. I got the bros who are the closest that I can think of to passport bros, to the red pill hoes. We
Look at you.
I tried to get as close as possible to the line. They haven't fallen all the way over in the pit yet. And I'm gonna bring them in the fold tomorrow. Occur, you gonna handle them?
Yeah, we're gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be a great conversation. I'm very excited about the panel of guests we have, and I think there'll be a lot of great points being made, and a lot of great insight into what this poly thing is, this relationship thing is, and how we are moving from the old paradigm into the new. But really, it's not new though, but it's really ancient. We
It
just
is
going back
ancient.
to where we started, really, and I'm excited about that because right now the way things have been, it's not it's not in a good space. It's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah. How is your relationships right now? Like I always ask you that, and you sort of deter the question and say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa."
I
We
think
want to
my
know.
relationships right now are pretty healthy. I have some special women in my life, and
Hmm.
I feel like I'm in a good space in my life where I attract a lot of great like mind energy. So
Yeah.
I'm like ain't no stress over here, ain't no drama over here. Everything rolling smoothly, and
Yeah.
I like to keep it like that. Yeah.
That's cool. For those who don't know, Akur Elbay is my co-host here. He's also one of my partners since 2011. We did take a brief break when he got married, and now he's back in the saddle. We're working on our relationship again. I have other husbands who are, y'all probably know them. Tiger Moonstone, who's on a hiatus from me. He's a narc. You know, those narcs be doing the silent treatment for months at a time. And then, of course, my husband, Carl E. Stevens. He's never silent. He posts all day long on Instagram. And I have other partners, people who are in training.
Hey,
you
you got
know,
a whole
so
roster.
I have a roster and I keep a roster because I really believe in community. I can't do this alone. My man can't handle me alone. I can't handle my men alone. I need women. I
Hmm.
really cannot handle my men alone. I can't handle my children alone. I can't handle my work alone.
Hmm.
What can I handle alone?
You. That's about it.
That's about it. All the
Hmm.
things that I need to do and outreach and any expert energy and all that, I need other people. I need community around me. So that's the onus of polyamory. It is a recognition of that. I'm going to share the screen and talk to you all about where we are. I mean, look at how far we have come. Y'all
Very
love to, yeah, they love these little for us to show them what's the topic, you know.
slideshow.
It's like a yeah. Tonight we're going beyond the couple and we're moving into the concept of community love. What does it even mean? You know, people think community love and they think of an orgy, don't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a lot of what. There's a lot of what things I think that we need to redirect our energy. It could be an orgy, but it ain't what you do, is how you do it. And I think that people miss the big picture of what this is all about because they so focused on people having sex. You know what I'm saying? It's really so much more than that.
It
So.
is. So, this
Mhm.
episode, we're going to explore why the couple model is literally collapsing and what becomes possible when love is supported by community structure and shared responsibility instead of isolation. DV happens in isolation.
Yeah, other things too. Suicides, all kind of things happen in isolation. Hmm.
What kind of other things? I mean, I remember the difference between living in like a house with other people and just living in a house with me, my children, and my husband, and the difference just in even how we communicate.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Um, depending on the dynamic, so when I guess I know you've experienced this, having people having other lovers, having people in the household and everything like that. That's a whole different level to polyamory that a lot of us don't get to experience
Right.
because we kind of poly outside the house, so to speak. And I think when you actually have to look at it every day, and that's when you really, really get to see if this is the life you want. And you also get to deal with a lot of the fears and a lot of the bullshit that you know, could come, when you mixing different people, different upbringings and all that stuff under one roof. It
Yeah.
takes it takes a lot of working togetherness
Mhm.
to make that work, you
Yeah.
know. Mhm.
It's so funny because I can think of the names of all the various women who've lived with us and the men. So let me try to think back because you have visited us during certain of those times.
Yes,
Yeah, one of the first people who lived with us was Janine. You remember Janine?
definitely. Janine stayed with me a little while too, on our
Oh,
way on our way to there.
really?
Yeah.
Were you one of her partners?
No, me and Janine was just friends. I just kept her warm till my brother got his hands on her.
You thought her out. You
Yeah,
thought
I
her
just kept her fed, you know what I'm saying? Let her rest her head a little bit, warmed her up a little bit for bro to take care of her.
Well, she was on her way up to the house, and once she got to the house, she didn't leave my house for 2 years. And I had such a growth experience with Janine being there. I never would have ridden up level without Janine. Never,
Mm.
never.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that because, at the time, we was all, we all been trying to really navigate this. Nobody's really left us a framework to go. Well, I won't say that, but the framework that we got to go by, it's not really being taught out there to the masses,
No.
in the way that we've been programmed. So to have, like I said, to have dealt with that time, and I believe at that time, at that same time, I was kind of like in my singlehood. I think I was dating Yoko at the time,
Wow.
and
Yeah, you were.
we had a lot of house guests at the time. I had like 13, 14 people in a 3 bedroom house, and just so my ladies' friends wouldn't be on the street. You know what I mean? I let them come in.
13 people in your house?
Yeah, that was crazy.
So tell me how that was. Like, was it your partners or just Yoko was your partner?
Well, Yoko was my partner, and then when she moved, another one of her female friends that were two women couple, two women couple. They had two daughters. Well, one of them was a daughter, and one of them was a niece or something like that. Anyways, so they also moved to North Carolina at the same time. So I kind of helped both of them move, and then their housing situation didn't pan through once they got here. So they needed a place to transition, and so I allowed them to come into my home with me and my sons at the time because it was just us. And that was an adjustment because my son's like, "Who the hell are these people?" And I got to share my room. I got to share everything. They really took it the worst, I would say. Um, but here me with the big heart, don't want to see nobody on the street. I allow for it to happen, and I would say overall we had some good days, but there was days where it wasn't so good. Where it was, the kids was might have been doing acting up or something like that. But for
Mm,
the most part, the adults we all got along. For the most part, it was just the young
the
people
kids.
adjusting. Yeah, yeah.
And they were teens, probably. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
that was the hardest part of that situation.
But I
But
think they probably learned a lot to be in a house, in a communal house at that age.
yeah,
My kids were always in community as well. So they were right there with us when we had my husband's female partners living with us. Yeah.
yes,
Before that, I forgot, Janine wasn't the first. Hasina was the first.
Dina, yes,
She lived with us. That's when I met you because she was living with us and you came to visit her.
right,
I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's
So
when you were in Durham.
right. And the funniest part about Janine living with us is I did write up level because we kept having all so many verbal battles. And I think that's what a lot of people fear when they think about polyamory and especially the community aspect, that you're going to constantly be in a verbal battle with your roommates. You know what I mean? That's the hard part that I think people say, oh, well, I don't know what I would really do if every day I have to deal with somebody in my face telling me this and that. Oh, you didn't do the dishes. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. And for Janine, it was, well, you're the first wife and you think you all that. You think you all that because you're the first wife. You think you all that because y'all been married 22 years at that time. And I was like, I really don't feel like I think I'm all that. It's just her word against mine. That's how she felt. but
Hmm.
we didn't have a way to measure or to hear each other. And
Hmm.
so that's when I started formulating up level, because I was like, we're going to end up in a fist fight,
Yeah.
which we ended up did have some physical altercations in that house. And so I had to write a system. Everybody, some people don't know what is up level. Up level communication is my second book. My first book is Change Your Man, which was 2007. And this one was written in 2019. So these books, I'm telling you, it's like they came from lived experience. If you can believe that, when we were in that house about to fight, I said, we got to do something different. This is not going to work. This is not my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we're talking about beyond couples, I think we were walking down memory lane because we were saying community, people fear it so much, but it's also prevents things like DV, it prevents things like abuse, it prevents isolation and secrecy too, right? Now, I'm a person who believes that I want my own space, even living in community. So there
Yeah.
is that.
You and me both. I definitely appreciate my own space. I think everybody needs their own. They need to duck off in the corner somewhere, have a take
Yeah,
place to recharge. Within that communal space, whether it's in the same house, same neighborhood, whatever the case may be. We
right.
definitely all need that place to
Yeah.
retreat and reset.
You're living alone now because we're on the same baby making cycle. So your
Yeah.
kids just left, they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
My kids just left, they're in their 20s. So now we're both in our own little.
Yes.
How
Footloose
is
and
it?
fancy free. It is amazing. I'm the more that I am alone, the more I appreciate being alone. I do because I spent all of my life in communal homes, even from the time, when growing up, my house was like the refugee center from,
Oh, yeah.
my grandparents or my mom. We always had aunts, uncles, our house was like the rescue place, where everybody came when they need somewhere to go. And my mom and my grandmother, they always left their doors open to
Yeah.
for the family or for friends, even our friends. We
Yeah.
took a lot of our friends in growing up. So now I'm like, shit, I'm almost 50 now. It's my first time living alone. And so it's giving me a lot of time to be to myself and to get to know myself
Yes.
without outside influence,
I
you
love
know,
it.
you
I
know.
love it. When I think of community, I think of lots of luxury, small footprint homes for each person where we can come out and be in community anytime. That's what I think of when I think of community now, at age 51. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it the other way, and so have you. So, we have had both sides of that fence.
Yes.
So what this episode covers is, first and foremost, let's get into this first topic. Why one romantic partner was never meant to meet every single need. Some people say, why can't that be the case? Why can't my one person try, at least try?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, to meet all the needs.
I think that could be possible sometimes, but not all times. No, I
Mm,
think I think as we grow, our needs change. I think as we experience more, we want to experience more, and I don't think there's a one time. I think a person could definitely show up in a lot of different ways.
mm,
Maybe sometimes they might knock a home run, hit a grand slam, and then
mm.
sometimes they might strike out. So, it's as you living with somebody for years at a time,
Right.
you're not gonna have every time you come together, it's gonna be like a success. Sometimes you're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. And I think that could be said with any type of relationship,
Yep.
whether it's
Yep.
a brother or sister or whatever. Like I work in business with my brother. You know how many times he quit? Or what I'm saying, we got into a fight or whatever, or
Mm,
arguments, and sometimes we might have spoke for damn months at a time. But
mm,
guess what? We had to come back together. We no matter where we went, we always knew, hey man, it's my brother. I got to get along with my brother. I don't have no other
mm,
choice. We got to figure this shit
mm,
out.
mm.
And
And
that's
that even, Yeah, and even that, when you say that, that's still very rudimentary because it is based on blood. So, and
Right.
that's what everybody's saying. Like, okay, I don't. If these people are not my blood,
Hmm.
what's gonna make me want to deal with their fucking ego? You see what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where we're not even down here yet, but that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow with creed, constitution, consent-based communication. Because blood, yes, it can only go so far. Like when you get with people who are not your blood, why stay? People leave, people divorce, people,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
because
that's the
think.
whole.
Mhm.
That's
I
the
was
whole
about to
thing.
say, I was about to say that. What if that wasn't your brother? Would y'all still be tight?
I would say if I'm a forgiving person, as long as we can have some real conversation and some real correction to behavior, then I'm open to deal with anybody. I got brothers that I haven't spoke to in years. I'm not gonna call them, but if they called me and they wanted to make amends, my door will be open for that. Would I, and I would say this though, it might not be in the same way. I'm going to still have love for them and allow them a chance to grow, but I might sit back and watch them from a distance or feed them with a long handle spoon, depending on what the offense was.
Yeah.
But I would not allow that person to, right their wrongs or whatever, or at least come to peace with me, or we don't have no friction.
Yeah.
So, I think that any relationship, and this is the thing about community, like we focus solely on ourselves and our blood, but we have relatives, we have family outside of our blood. We
Mhm.
have family outside of, what I'm saying, our homes, you know what I'm saying? Because community is a cohesion between families,
Mhm.
families come together, clans come together, they form tribes form nations. So
Mhm.
it's imperative that we see community outside of our households, because
Mhm.
everybody in the community is affected by everybody in the community. Like for example, if I live in an apartment building and my neighbor gets his house catches on fire, guess what? Everybody connected to that could possibly,
Help.
be at risk because of the fire for one other person. But
Right.
that's a totally individual people, but we don't see how interconnected we are, whether we like to think so or not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what questions did you have? What do you feel like when you first came and saw like us living with Janine, us living with da 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 da? What I mean, still today, maybe you don't know how. Like, do you have any thoughts or questions about what happened in those scenarios?
I would say like there were some times where I would come up. I never sensed any like friction with you or Rakim or any other the people, like whether it was Janine. Most of the times when I was around, it was peaceful. And
Mhm.
I never witnessed no drama, nothing like that. So my
Mhm.
questions really never posed. I remember one time when you had your spot set up on the back porch, and I'm like, and where you had your room up out there, and it was set up nice, but I'm like, damn, like why is you on the back porch, Can you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You the woman of the house, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you
Mhm.
sacrificed to allow for space for someone else, and I thought that was pretty fucking amazing. Like I wouldn't want to give up my room for
Mhm.
nobody, you know what I'm saying? But you were operating under, you was living by your creed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was actually doing it to the point where, it was some cold nights out there. But you know what I'm saying? But none of the times that, I would say, um where I came around, I think one time I came up there to Asheville when you guys had moved, right before you moved to Houston, and you
Yeah.
guys moved into that one house that I came that time, and you had your room upstairs, and we was eating breakfast one time, and Rakim was there, and Hasina was there. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't there for Hasina. I was there for you.
Mhm.
So, and that's how we kept order. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to intervene on each other's space. But I
Yeah.
remember that morning, like Rakim, I don't know if he had a bad night or something, but his tone one time we was talking, he was asking questions or whatever. And but other than that, I never really felt no type of I never really felt no type of dis-ease or or this drama around. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was around you guys, but I would just say, how did you feel? Um, what it was in you that allowed you to be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? And really want to just um open your household up to like that.
Well,
It's
I am a double warrior, and I'll show you on this chart right here where we pull each other's chart. My husband created a system called the Bagua Oracle. And so we all know what our Bagua is. He calls it Seku astrology, Seku numerology. And on this sheet, you will see that there's 9 characteristics, just like the magical square. So the magical square looks like this. You see, it looks like a tattoo board, right?
hmm
A tic tac toe board. So these 9 basic elements are the 9 basic elements of the universe. You could think of there's 9 numbers, right? And there's no other numbers except 9. You put those 9 numbers
sure.
together and you get all the numbers, right? So that's where we get this base code. This is a base code. And so I have 2 of these soldiers in my chart. I got a soldier body, I have a soldier spirit, and then I have 1 monk mind. So my monk mind and 2 soldiers make me, this is masculine. Soldier is masculine. Monk is androgynous. So I really have no feminine, natural feminine placements. None. And so monk is submissive and soldier is neutral, you know? So I have no dominant characteristics. No
hmm
femininity and no dominance. So when my husband, said, "Oh, I want to have somebody in the house. I want to do this. I want to do that." It's like, "Okay, I'll soldier it out." That's my personality. I'll throw my body on the bomb. And some people they used to say, "You're doing this because your husband wants polyamory." Well, I was like, "No, I'm doing this because this is my nature. My
Yeah.
children tell me they need something, they gonna get it. If I need something myself, I'm gonna get it for myself." You
Yes.
understand? That's how I'm a businesswoman. That's how I'm a triple and quadruple entrepreneur. Like, it's nothing I cannot do, accomplish, get, but I use fire to get it.
Yeah.
So I burned that. I'll be like, I'll sleep out here. You got this lady coming in the house, and we got just these number of bedrooms. I like to be outside. So
Me
that's how
too.
it was. Yeah, that's how it was. It was like that. But I can see how people might have thought, like, ooh. And then my husband, he has his placements are otherwise. Do you know your placements?
I think I have a soldier body, a warrior body. I'm a peacemaker, and I don't know the
Oh,
other one. So
okay. Okay.
I have to. It's been so long since. Oh my God, it's been some years since I did the Bagua reading.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you did it for me, or either Rakim did it for me, actually.
Probably. So I
Yeah.
do this on all my men, all my children, everybody in my community, because really, when you think about it, this is what makes clans. So
Yes.
who's in the lover clan? Who's in the soldier clan? That's how you can get a basic understanding of people's personalities, similar to astrology, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why. I mean, I'm a double soldier. And I think that's one of the things I'm grappling with now, because if you're born in a double soldier, now you have to cultivate the opposite,
hmm
because you already know how to do soldier. You're
Yes.
born with this talent.
hmm
What you don't know is how to do those feminine traits over there, Kenya.
I wouldn't say that though. I mean, I've never got masculine from you to me.
Well, service is masculine.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Receiving is feminine. I'm not
Mm,
the best
okay. Yeah.
receiver.
This is okay. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Remember, you came to my house and I'm like, I put that necklace on you and I'm fighting like hell not to give it to you. Service is easy.
Yes.
Giving
Yeah.
is easy. For me, what you need, what everybody need,
Yeah.
I got you. But
Selfless.
receiving it, asking for what I need, that's
Yeah.
feminine.
Selfless. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
that's
the,
metaphysics. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just. I guess I'm just different in the way that I think. But when I think about marriage now versus how I thought about it 20 something years ago, I think about marriage as someone that I'll have a friend, a partner that I can share my life with, right?
Yeah.
And do everything that I like and love to do. You know what I mean? And having a partner to that doesn't mean necessarily that there's times where I might want to go travel and do things and meet people and spend time with other people. Does that mean I don't love my wife or my partner or whatever? You know what
No.
I'm saying? And
No.
so it's just like for me now, like that resistance and that ownership mind state, I just don't have it. No. I've lost it over the years. Maybe I've never really had it anyway, because I've never been like a controlling type of dude.
Mm, mm,
And so I've always just allowed people to be who they are. I feel like the more person you allow a person to be who they are, the more truer version of that person you will see. You'll
hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Instead
True.
of having like all of these ideas and people try to fit into an idea what they think you want. But
Yeah.
I just think now, I think you can have so much more full of life when you are allowed to explore and to experience, you know what I'm saying, with or
Yeah.
without your mate. And
Yes.
I think that we could all have a more edified life existence.
Yeah.
If we just open up more, and that could come in many ways. I don't necessarily mean go get another wife or whatever the case may be, but if that's the case, then that's what it is. So be it. But it's
Well, you
just
you skip down to love beyond ownership, and I think that that's totally possible. Today, I had a client. Oh, I had clients all week where the man wants to do this polyamory, and he's like, I'm down with that, but he doesn't want the wife to do it. So now, that being said, he also, like, he wants the wife to let him do it. That's what you're talking about. Like, you're not down with women who's not going to allow that freedom. But I think that people need to be taught,
hmm
because we haven't grown up
yeah,
with this. You know what I mean?
yes,
And
yes.
so that's why I feel like we've developed systems, because without them, like I said, me and Janine was about to fight. This is about to fight. That's about to fight. We about to die. I'm about to kill my husband. Like, you just would be operating on the same programs you learn as a child. How else would you? Why would you not?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to learn. Uh, and fortunately, I don't know. I don't. I mean, there's a lot of relationship coaches out there in the world, but I don't think it's many that's dealing with the same thing. And this particular topic, this particular lifestyle,
Mm.
I haven't really ran across anybody other than you and Carl that's
Well,
doing
the
this.
interesting thing is Shan Booty. Do you know Shan Booty?
No,
Okay, well, anyway, she's an influencer, Shan Booty, and she claims that she and her husband are in an open marriage.
your voice
So,
went out there.
what did you say?
I can't hear you. Your
You
voice went
can't hear me?
right now. I can, yeah, but your voice went off for a second.
Okay, so are you able to hear me? Yes.
Yes.
So Shan Booty is an influencer, and she became poly about 10 years after we did, and started to talk about it publicly on, I think, uh, some of the shows. What's Oprah's guy? Not Dr. Phil. We did Dr. Phil in 2011. Remember that? But this was anyway, some of the guys, she did some shows about it, but she says she's a polyamory person or an open relating person, but I've never seen anybody
Who
that
she's
she or
with?
her. Yeah, like, who are you
She
dating
private. She
anybody?
private,
Like,
Polly. She private, Polly.
that's private poly. But how are you going to coach people? I mean, saying, like, how are you a spokesperson for open relating, and where's your partners, where's your examples, where's your trials and tribulation, trial by fire? We've
Yeah,
done, you know.
I don't know. Like, that's a very good statement. It's a lot of people out there, influencers out there that talk about relationships that ain't in one.
But
That ain't in one. Ain't never been married, but they experts in marriage. You know.
well, Derek Janiks, I mean, he's still. doing the thing and helping women, but his wife, like, what? I'm trying to understand. Like, there's a lot of that. I'm just saying, I don't have anything negative to say about it, except I wonder, and I did write to Shamboody personally on her public page a vulnerable share. I said, I feel sort of unacknowledged by y'all because you're out here saying about polyamory and open relating, but I don't know what you guys, where's your relationships?
Yeah,
And B, we should have a relationship.
yeah,
You understand? We're the great grandmothers, grandfathers of this movement in the black community. Y'all should know us.
yeah. That's
Let's all
funny.
get together.
I'm seeing a lot of people. I just saw a post from this guy that I know in Charlotte. Young man, we all tribal members, right? Like we
Yeah.
all part of the same tribe. He promotes a lot of tribal stuff on his page, and today I seen him. He's doing some stuff with. Now he's talking about poly now. I'm like, damn, here it is. He
Really?
right here in the city, but we don't really talk. Like I'm like a lot of people out there. Like we should be coming together and having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yes.
I feel like it would really take demystify a lot of things that a lot of things that's out there because
Yes.
like you know it's a lot of negative thoughts out there regarding this type of lifestyle because
Right.
people just don't know like they just don't have good examples, you know what I mean, to
Yeah.
see.
We could all get together. Today, Willow Smith followed me. So I know Willow is poly. Willow been poly since Red Table Talk. She came out when her
Mhm.
mother really couldn't, they're between a rock and a hard place. Everybody know they poly, Will and Jada, but they've
Mhm.
always been in a rock and a hard place because where we were on our timeline 10 years ago, we're not there anymore. Right now,
Oh,
we lived through the year of the snake. It's all truth on the table.
oh
You
yes.
can so, now is a different time than Red Table Talk days. But I was happy to see Willow follow me because now we can talk. We can all everybody who's coming around these paths, and we're tribe, everybody's community. We can
Yeah,
share. We got tools, we got skills, we have mastered this, we passed it on to our children. We we got y'all. And other people, if they've been doing poly 20 years like us, what's your tools? Let's get it. Let's all, we can really birth the new culture.
but I want to say this: when we talk about community, especially in our community as melanated indigenous people of this land,
Mm.
there's a lot of talk of. I wonder sometimes if people really, really understand how we can work better, more together, and if people really want to do that,
Mm.
because we talk that, but do we really see that? Do we really live that?
Gosh,
You know,
that's
and
deep.
I don't. We talk a lot of that shit, but we still we still very cliquish. We still very think we better than the next person,
Mm.
or people think they got to be at a certain social status to be able to
Mm.
practice polyamory or whatever, or
Mm.
just be in a
Mm.
relationship. Like, what was people doing before money was on the planet? Like, money only been around a couple, maybe 1,000
Yeah,
years, maybe. This
less
money that
time than
we,
monogamy. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, what was we doing before that? How was we judging what men were and what women were and who did what and all that stuff? Where did we get all this shit from that we doing that we own today?
I'm telling you, I feel as if this is our topics for Friday. And you're right to ask, do we want each other? Do we want community? Do we want that? And we got to talk about that because I don't think that people remember, but it was just like you said, your parents were letting people live in your house. It
Mm,
wasn't long ago where that was mandatory for the black
normal.
community.
Yeah, normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
We had way more when we worked together, when we stuck together, when we
Mhm.
took care of our own communities.
Mhm.
It's when we wanted to go do and live like other people when we really lost the farm. And that's really it's like the story of the prodigal son. You know what I
Right.
mean? We
Right.
went, we
Right.
want, we want to go out and cast our pearls and live outside of nature. We want
Yeah.
to go. We want the city life. You know what I'm saying? We want the bling bling and the ball and I my you know what I'm saying? I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you. And
Yeah.
it's all of this competitiveness.
But with that said, we love each other so much because you can see that on social media. Every day we get up, we open our phone, and we want to see each other. We want to talk to each other. We want to see what each other said. We want to hear their hot take. We want to know, like, you're feeding me with your energy every day. So we know motherfucking community because every day we get up and dive into it. So that energy is what we're going to bring into tomorrow to say, I mean, we know that we love each other because, like I said, we get up and watch each other every day. So we're going to bring that. I think people have just don't have an experience of that viscerally. And that's what we want to talk about, how to accomplish that, you know?
We definitely got a lot to talk about. We definitely got a lot of, we definitely got a lot of wounds to heal as far as
Yes.
just men, like how we talk to each other. Look at
Mhm.
the situation like with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. Like, you got a grown man telling another grown man to suck my dick. Like,
I
wow.
didn't see that. Where's that? What's that?
Listen, it went viral a few times, but I'm like, you know, I understand he felt like he was being disrespected. But I don't care how mad you make me, I ain't gonna never tell another man to suck my dick.
Who is this?
This is Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. They had Anton Daniels was on Corey Holcomb's podcast. They had some words exchanged, and then it got kind of heated to the point where they was about to look like they was about to throw some blows.
Wow.
And now a lot of people are talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Was he disrespectful? And you know how we do in the community, man. We get some shit and then run with it. But my whole thing about it was, as men, like we've been so we as people in general, the way we speak to each other, man, like we got some work to do.
Yeah. And the thing
Man.
with that is he could set container and vent. I keep sharing about the consent based language systems and how important they are. And sometimes, to be honest, it's okay, but it's like men are the last one who want to follow that type of protocol. But he could have set container and vent. He had
Yeah,
an issue with this dude. We have natural issues with people. That's okay. That's normal human behavior. So
yeah,
speak your issue inside of a container and ask for support.
yeah.
Ask for soothings. Yeah.
They was able to come back to the table, I guess, after during the interview, but still when a dude left, they still talking shit about each other. It's like, man, where's the root? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know,
I
man.
remember Drake and Future were in a battle of some sort. And Drake invited Future to just sit down in a room and discuss it. And they filmed it.
Hmm.
I don't know if anybody remember that. That's one of it stuck in my mind so much. But and that was before I wrote Up Level. And I was like, this is it. We can develop communication systems that are rituals to sit there and work out our grievances with one another ego, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
pray. I'm gonna share it on Friday. I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna put people in breakout rooms to go practice it. No, I'm just playing. I am gonna share, what I think these models need to look like. And then more and more as we live them, we'll become closer together and we'll be able to do it in real life, in person,
Yeah.
in actual communities.
Yeah, and I think too, um, when we think about having this one great big kumbaya. I think it's just it's not going to be everybody. Everybody's not here to
No,
experience this way of life. You know what
no.
I'm saying? This lifetime. So
Mhm.
we're not looking for everybody to conform to this lifestyle. This is for like-minded people. This is for people ready to level up. And no matter what they doing it in a one-on-one situation or they got multiple partners, but they can learn how to communicate better, learn how to harmonize their relationships, and learn how to get their needs met in a constructive way that is not sacrificing the relationship because of
Yeah.
how we talking to each other or lying and sneaking and all that. Because I did all that shit, man. Like that shit don't never work, man. being dishonest, man. I would tell on myself a lot of times, but women just be knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? And what's done in the dark comes to the light eventually. So I'm like, man, just I was like, man, we got to stop lying on our dicks. I remember when I was little, they used to say, if you lie on your dick, it'll shrink. So I just made up my business. I need everything I got. I don't need nothing shrinkage. So I'm saying, let me not do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And
I've
and keep
never heard that.
Yeah, that's was one of the things that, man, like my uncles and stuff like that. It was growing up in the hood back in the D. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of the things they would say. If you lie
Don't.
your dick, it'll shrink. So,
Oh my
for me,
God.
that's just like these little lessons that we take with us, you know what I mean? From a child that, now shit, I'm 50 years old almost, and I'm like still going back to get this wisdom, you know what I mean?
Well, look, we are not going to wear out our voices tonight. I just put in the chat where you can go ahead and get your ticket for tomorrow night. It is a debate. You will be speaking. Everyone involved can come on the mic. You can get on the podium. You can express yourself. You can debate me or any of my husbands or any of our panelists. We will have Ugly Money Niche. We also have Mr. Lucario. We also have a lineup of men and women who want to
Mm.
debate these topics. So I'm so excited about that I'm just like, you know what? Baby, we're not. Tonight, we're just going to give y'all our mellow. We're going to go ahead and close y'all out and show you what we have covered tonight. Because guess what?
I got a question too.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's next?
Yeah, what's next? With what? Ask me what's next with
I
what? Because,
with the podcast, with having to continuing these discussions. I
yeah,
love the vent. I love the vent. I love the vent idea you talked about letting
I think,
couples come on and do that. I
I think,
think that's pretty dope.
I think that's
So
next.
yeah, I think that's pretty dope. So I'll be a referee or something. I actually am certified in mediation, but so I definitely would love to see how that turns out. But we still gonna continue to build. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going nowhere. I know me
Thank
and
you.
Rakim, we got some retreats coming up that we're gonna
Yes,
be bringing out later this year. So yeah,
I'm
excited
excited.
to these.
I'm
Yes.
excited for you and Rakim to do that thing. And then moving through Pantheon, we have a men's group over there. We have a women's group over there. But start by getting in tomorrow, everybody, into the debate. This is love beyond ownership. This is love beyond hierarchy. This is love beyond burnout, y'all. Slavery is officially over. Slavery's over. Ownership love is not love, in my opinion. The future of family and partnership could actually look very beautiful if we can make the changes we need to make in our own mind. All right. So, Friday night debate, we're going to get to it. We're going to explain the entire thing. And I just want to sign off. Occur. You are a phenomenal person. And I'm so happy that we decided to do this work together.
Yes, ma'am. I am too, my feelings are mutual as well. I'm definitely feel very blessed to be here and to do this with you. And I'm looking forward for greater things, greater days ahead, man.
Oh my goodness, babe. I'll see you tomorrow night. What you wearing? What
Um, I don't know yet. We gonna see. We gonna see.
we gonna see. We
I'll be
shall
fly.
see. Huh?
I promise be fly.
Ah, you're always fly. That's
Yeah.
my cancer brother.
Yes,
Always,
man.
you always look good and you always smell good. So what?
Hey, that's a beautiful thing. The feeling is mutual. All
Of course. I love you. Good night, everybody. We'll
right,
see you
y'all.
tomorrow.